Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Snark Bait. I am Christy.
I'm Sophie, and we have a lot to talk about today. We're talking about Danielle Bernstein's engagement party / wedding 1.0, Hallie Batchelder, Dylan Sprouse of the Victoria's Secret fashion show, Shannon Ford, of course, our light energy objects, dark energy objects of the week. And also want to just give you guys a heads up that the timestamps in our shows are approximate. We don't unfortunately get to make them as precise as we would like because of ads and stuff. So they're approximate. You might have to fidget around a little bit to get to the exact place that you would like to be. But again, we try to get them as close as possible. So sorry about the inconvenience with that. We're working on it. It is what it is. But just want to give you guys a heads up that those are, again, approximate, not completely exact.
Yes.
But yeah,
You can always fast forward 30 seconds or patreon.com/snarkbaitpod for ad-free episodes as well, if that's an option for you.
Yep. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Hi, Christy.
Sophie, how's it going?
It is good. It is actually my first anniversary with Henry, which is crazy. We're recording on Sunday, October 26th. Very crazy how fast a year flies by when you're having fun. But yeah, so we've kind of been celebrating all weekend. I ended up buying the raw footage of our wedding day and our vows, which I didn't originally do. I just bought the wedding video, but it's been so fun watching the raw footage and our vows and stuff. So yeah, that's been my weekend. How has yours been?
Henry is so sweet. So Sophie and I were trying a bit of a new setup today, and hopefully it all works out. But Sophie was texting me yesterday, and I was like, hey, are we still on to meet at 12 p.m. Eastern so we can do this whole thing? She goes, oh, we got a bit of a problem. And I go, oh, what's the problem? Well, Henry is going to be at hockey. He can't help to assist. I was like, Sophie, yeah. She goes, you know what? I'm a strong, independent woman. I got this on my own. But she was a little trepidatious. But by the time we got into the recording, or excuse me, our meeting this morning, Sophie goes, just letting you know, Henry put this whole thing together because he wanted to give it a shot, and he exceeded expectations.
He really did. So Henry's the tech savvy one. He figures everything out. He had a work trip for a few days, and I thought our coffee machine was broken. It kept flashing the juror, which I love. It kept flashing the icons, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I can't figure it out. He goes, the lid of the water filter wasn't closed properly. That's it. He just fixes everything. So I really wanted him to help, but he had his freaking hockey game, and I was scared. I was like, I can do a lot of things by myself, but when it comes to figuring out technology, I'm not good at it. And yeah, so he kind of helped as much as he could. Christy helped me with the rest. We're talking basically about a fancy camera setup that we're now trying. So we have higher quality video for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, sweetie Henry set up 75% of it. And then Christy helped me with the rest, which was great.
Yes.
Christy, you're tech savvy.
No, well, it literally took me a while because I was watching YouTube video after YouTube video. But the thing about YouTube is it's so specific that you can say, this is the camera that I have, and then tell me exactly what to do. Or I'll ask ChatGPT, I have this camera and I want to learn how to do this. Send me a video that shows me how to do this. And it'll spit out, a couple videos. And, that's called being resourceful, which I feel like you and I both are. Yeah. And, with video these days, I feel like we're competing against the Logan Pauls of the world. Don't you feel that way? It's immense pressure.
It really is. It really is.
It's so crazy because I recall when we started the show, or when we were ideating on the show, Sophie was in the middle of planning a wedding. She was moving. And so there was 5 million incredibly important things that Sophie had on her to-do list in fall of last year. And we still got the show rolling. And it's so crazy to me that with the wedding anniversary is also when all these life changes were happening for you in addition to the wedding and just starting a new life with your husband. Like, it's crazy to me that that's been a year.
I know. Oh my God, it's so crazy. And I remember at the time, like you guys know the story, especially the Patreon listeners, of how Snark Bait got off the ground. Christy and I like did not know each other well. So it's still so annoying to me that Christy wasn't at my
I know.
like
It is.
fast forward
Yeah.
a year and like you literally would have been my maid of honor. No, I'm just
Oh, you're so sweet. No, but right behind Mandy.
right behind Mandy. No, but literally it's so crazy because now
I
we talk
know.
nonstop. Um, so yeah, what a difference a year can make and how far we've come as a show and how many new listeners we have since then. Shout out to the OGs who were there when I was like complaining about wedding planning and complaining about wedding stress. It's been a year. That's freaking crazy.
I know. Congratulations to you and Henry. I'm so
Thank you.
happy to be in your life. And he and I will chat again, sidebar.
Yeah.
And Sophie and I were talking about analytics. And so I was telling Sophie just some numbers because, Henry and I are both in finance. And Sophie goes, "Oh, can you repeat that one more time? Just so I'm transcribing what you're saying to Henry." I'm like, you know what? Moving forward, I'm just going to text Henry and then he can convey. Okay.
For the record, it was a 3-digit number. It wasn't like some crazy, I was like, I can't compute what you're saying to me. And so Chrissy and Henry will just talk shop, you know?
It's so funny because she's being so earnest. She's like, "Wait, can you say it a little slowly? I'm just writing it down." And I was like, "That's so funny."
No, like
What's it?
my
Yeah,
least feminist take is that, and I'm not even trying to like, this isn't a hot take. It's just like, I turn my brain off sometimes. Like, I feel like when it comes to like the number stuff, like you help so much with that, obviously. Henry helps with that in my non-Snark Bait related life.
sure.
Technology, I just, my brain doesn't fully function when it comes to that stuff. I was like social studies English class. You were
Yeah.
probably like, were you like math and science?
No, that's the crazy thing, Sophie. I hated math. I hated science.
What?
But yes. So everyone's like, "You hated math. How are you an accountant?" I'm like, the thing about being an accountant is like, you never need numbers. I have a calculator and I use Excel. Like, I'm actually horrible at math. I know. It doesn't make sense.
Wait, that's so weird. That literally doesn't make sense.
I'm basically just talentless. Like, I'm not good at any
Oh,
subject.
please.
So, but what I will say, I was talking about this with a friend of mine this weekend. I was like, the thing about me is I'm certainly never the smartest one in the room, but I will work the hardest. You know what I mean? So I think there's like people that are really smart and then there are people that work really hard. And I'm never claimed to be super smart. I'm just like, I just work hard,
That's what's important. Actually, I had a history teacher say that to me in high school who had previously had my sister. And she was like, you know what? Like, your sister is just so naturally smart. You're not, but you work really hard. I've never
See,
forgotten it.
we're the same. We're the same in so many ways. Our work ethic being one of them. And we're smart in different ways, which is why we do the show all together.
Yeah, exactly. We complement each other very well. Back of house, front of house is what we like to say.
Bingo. Sorry, my phone just vibrated and I realized I had to put it on do not disturb. So apologies for that. Okay, we have many a topic on our notes this morning. And I want to start off with something that has been plaguing me over the last 7 days or whenever the hell this happened. Danielle Bernstein.
I think it's been plaguing all of us.
It's taken over the internet and our group chat, unfortunately. So Danielle Bernstein, she threw an engagement party that basically may have well been a wedding. It was so over the top. It was at this French-looking chateau that was actually in Yonkers, New York, called the Aldair Manor. Apparently,
decrepit.
It literally looks so run down and haunted. Bad negative energy. When I was looking at the just Google images of it, I'm like, oh my God.
Did you see the Reddit comment, or maybe it was on TikTok, that apparently a chunk of the ceiling literally fell on one of the guests? Like it's completely run down, abandoned, decrepit. And I guess it's like, were they trying to do like creepy, spooky because it's October? I don't know. But also the other funny thing about the location is that she kept calling it like upstate, but it's really Yonkers.
Where is that? I'm not good with
Yonkers is like right outside the city. And it's just like not like upstate sounds more glamorous than Yonkers.
Yeah, it's like relax. It's 20 minutes outside the city. Like, come on.
Relax.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. And listen, I understand that being an influencer, a part of your brand is showcasing your wedding and the planning that goes into it and the vendors. Like, I understand that's literally part of the job, and that's not what I'm hating on her about necessarily. It's the fact that it was so over the top for an engagement party. And it's like, wow, there is nothing more to your personality than your nuptials. It just feels so try hard, so pick me. And the fact that it felt like an entire fashion show for her abs and her body and
Mhm.
showcasing how quirky she is because she eats burgers at 2 a.m. It's so unbelievably pick me. I could never be friends with this woman.
Yeah, so Mini Coupe appeared to be just an accessory, and what's funny is that, like, the invitation leaked, and it said, the attire is old money. So, for women, full-length gowns or something like that, and then for men, black jeans. How are black jeans old money, first of all? And then she posted about, like, "Oh, these croissant burgers
Oh, that
that I was
what is a
eating at 2
croissant
AM."
burger?
It's old money. So, like, basically I was like, "What do, like, stone fruit set up in a, like, charcuterie board, and then, like, baked ziti pasta," all of these random, like, food groups that she posted. I was like, "How is any of this old money?" I'm so confused. Um, but yeah, it was literally a wedding, and, like, as a former bride who had both an engagement party and a wedding, and my engagement party, like, I don't even know if I would categorize it as that. It was just to celebrate with our friends,
Sure.
at a bar. Like, it was very low key. This is not normal. She had an outfit change, you guys, and an after party and a veil. That's not
It's
normal.
It's honestly very bizarre and strange. Let's call it what it is. Let's take ourselves out of the New York City influencer snark and all of just what our show is predicated on. Like, just take it for what it is. This is very bizarre. Like, imagine inviting your uncle who has no idea what Instagram is and him showing up and being like, "What the hell is this?"
No, and, like, she was wearing, like, a full, like, everyone who was not familiar with Danielle leading up to this thought it was a wedding. Like, even,
Yeah,
like, one of the bridal accounts I follow was like, she changed into a custom two-piece set after her ceremony. There wasn't a ceremony.
what
It was an
ceremony?
engagement party, and I love the theory, and, like, who knows, like, how much validity this has. She's everything she does is over the top and extra, so it's probably just that, but there's a conspiracy theory out there that, like, she's maybe a little subconsciously worried that they're not actually going to make it to the altar, which is why
She's trying to
she
get all
basically
of the
had
content
she
in.
had a yeah, she had a wedding. Like, she basically had a wedding without the ceremony. There was a veil, there was a full ball gown, the after party, the second look. Um, what I also think is so funny is she keeps talking about her, like, custom Jimmy Choo kitten heels that are, like, literally 1 centimeter. And yeah, she had to get them custom because no one makes kitten heels with a 1 centimeter heel. And it's because she's so terrified of looking taller than Minnie Coop, her fiance, who, by the way, again, was just an accessory.
I'm dying at your note here, constantly hunching over her so she's not taller than him because he's clearly kind of a petite guy. The term petite is so funny to me when you're describing a guy. And I know it's just a way to describe someone's body type, but just talking about him as being kind of petite is just like so cute and
Like, he's so cute, you know? Like, he's just,
yeah.
like, cute. He's, like, cute and compact, you know?
And who
Um,
else is cute and compact? Not all at
Not Zach
once.
Bryan.
Yes.
He's pink and compact.
Oh yeah.
I think that Mini Coop is, like, a good-looking guy. He's just, like, yeah, he's a little petite, but I think I wanna say Danielle is, like, 5'8", maybe even 5'9". Like, she's not a short girl, she's taller, and so I think that it's, like, a big fear because everything is for appearances, and
Sure.
she needs everything to look perfect, and she needs everyone to envy her life, and so she needs to make it clear that Mini Coop is actually not shorter than her. And that's why she has to wear the little tiny 1 centimeter heels that are
Not
heinous,
the
by the way.
the 1 centimeter heel is so funny to me.
Literally.
And everything about you guys, we'll have Kartik, our video editor, post pics of what the manor looked like on YouTube, but her pictures and her video content looked very beautiful. Like it did look very stunning and aesthetic. But when you actually look at the manor as a whole on Google Images, you're like, this place is seriously so scary. There's like graffiti on the walls. It's very run down. I'm telling you, if I were to bring a Ouija board to this destination or to this location,
Mhm.
I would conjure up something. Like it is
Yeah.
something out of a horror movie.
Yeah. Oh, and the fact that there was a videographer there who made a
Oh,
video. Like,
that's when you know you have too much money, you
that's
know?
when you know, you guys, like, that is not, again, like, that's just not normal. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna pretend it is.
And she
And
could
then
never, by
also
the way, with her her crop
no,
top, it's like you can never be Sheena Shea in her first wedding, her practice wedding. You know what I
her
mean? With
crop top
her
wedding dress.
yes.
And
It was
also, yeah,
so self-indulgent.
just, like, trying to make her abs the centerpiece, and they're very likely Photoshop, so don't look at, those pictures and be like, "I wish I looked like that," because if we know one thing about this influencer in particular is that she loves to Photoshop. So, um, yeah, I just think there's something so I actually was talking to my coworkers about it at work because this has been the talk of the town, the talk of the internet, and we were like, "What is it about her that's just, like, so irksome, so annoying?" It's like she is so the way that she moves and the way that she photoshops and the way that she hunches over so she's not taller than her fiancé. She's so deeply insecure, but at the same time is like, "Look how hot I am." But it's like, you're so insecure.
Right. Yes, and I think that's I get we're poking fun at it, but it is so self-indulgent to a point where what are you exactly trying to prove here? And are you
Yeah.
really trying to prove that you're so excited about your nuptials and your wedding and your soon to be husband? Or are you just trying to show off your body and the dresses and take it for Instagram? And I think that's what we're losing sight of with this Instagram culture and
Mhm.
influencers whose job it is to be online and post aesthetic content. It's like, if you take a step back, what is she doing all of this for?
Wedding culture has gotten so out of control, and I know we've talked about this before, but, like, it really, really, really has, especially with all of these recent influencer weddings. Jordan Sloan is one of them. I know that she really hasn't posted content yet, which I'm excited for her content. I know I was just making fun of her, cheesy, corny ass newlywed video just last week that I accidentally retweeted, and it was really embarrassing. But her and, like, Ella Rose and all of these influencers that are newly engaged also, like Danielle Bernstein and Acquired Style, like, there are just gonna be so many over the top wedding looks and wedding moments and wedding content, and it's just, like, it's becoming such a it's bigger than what a wedding is supposed to be about, which is just, like, marrying the love of your life, you know? Like, I don't know, something about it is always just, like, so dystopian to me when I see how much content gets pumped out, and I understand that these are very special moments that, these content creators, like you said, it's their job, but I don't know, it's too much.
It's too much.
Yeah. As I've gotten older, I've really started to lean into easy, lightweight makeup rather than heavy stuff that sinks into my fine lines and just doesn't look natural. Plus, I'm so busy and just don't have time for a 45-step makeup routine. I need something simple and easy. This is why I'm so obsessed with Jones Road Beauty. Jones Road Beauty is a minimalist makeup brand founded by makeup artist Bobbi Brown. Maybe you've heard of her, known for versatile and easy to use products that simplify your routine. And it's clean, aka every product is free of sinister sulfates and parabens. I'd heard so much about Jones Road from some of my friends and even my mother in law, who swears by it. We actually went to the Madison Avenue store together a few months ago, which highly recommend if you're a New Yorker. But now that I've tried it myself, I can say firsthand the products are effortless, natural, and perfect for a no makeup look and truly enhance what makes you you. I'm obsessed with their best-selling Miracle Balm, a makeup skincare hybrid you can use as a tint, blush, bronzer, and highlight all in one for just a gorgeous, natural, your skin but better glow. Modern day makeup that's clean, strategic, and multifunctional for effortless routines. For a limited time, our listeners are getting a free cool gloss on their first purchase when they use code SNARK at checkout. Just head to jonesroadbeauty.com and use code SNARK at checkout. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. It's been a few years now that I feel like the maintenance light is on for my body. My joints are stiffer, my hangovers are harder to recover from, my hair's more brittle, my nails are breaking, and my skin just doesn't have that same glow to it anymore. That's where Bub's natural collagen peptides come in. And look, I was skeptical until I tried them. Basically, starting as early as your 20s, your body naturally produces less collagen every single year. Collagen is literally the protein glue that holds everything together. So with Bubs, you can help restore collagen levels for stronger joints, healthier hair and nails, glowier skin. What's not to love? And it's super easy to use. Just mix Bubs into your coffee, smoothie, or juice every morning. It's tasteless, odorless, and dissolves instantly. No clumps or gross aftertaste whatsoever. Plus, Bubs has zero sugar, sweeteners, fillers, or junk. It's third party tested, Whole30 approved, and sustainably sourced. It's trusted by over 10,000 customers and was named 2024's best collagen by health.com. Live better longer. For a limited time only, our listeners are getting 20% off at Bubs Naturals by using code SNARK at checkout. Just head to bubsnaturals.com and use code SNARK, and you're all set. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
I want to go into our next topic, though, about Hallie Batchelder on the Extra Dirty podcast, which is under the umbrella of Unwell. You posted a clip from Instagram Reels onto our Snarkbait Pod Instagram at Snarkbait Pod on Instagram if you don't already follow us. But Sophie, I have never seen so many DMs from our listeners of people being absolutely appalled by what she was saying on this clip. And I need you to tell our listeners, if they haven't gotten a chance, what the hell was going on.
Oh my God. This is actually infuriating and irresponsible and just disgusting. Like one of the most infuriating things that I can think of, honestly, that we have recently covered. So Hallie Batchelder, like Christy said, hosts the Extra Dirty podcast, which is under the Unwell Network. And in this clip, I did not listen to the whole episode. It's just the clip that was circulating on TikTok and Instagram Reels. She is making fun of condoms. So she basically says, to paraphrase this clip, that she has recently re-entered her hoe era, her words, and complained that the last two guys she fucked this month, also her words, wanted to wear condoms. And she says she's offended by the condom epidemic. I'm allergic, is what she said. The condom epidemic. She says it kills the mood when they're looking for condoms. And also, she said, I don't want to have your weird offspring baby. My IUD is stronger than Zeus. Babe, pregnancy should be the least of your worries in this situation. And IUDs do not protect from STIs. No. Oh my God. It's like so crazy. Okay. So basically, she's saying, one, it kills the mood when they're looking for condoms.
Like, what the hell? What are you talking about? No. Sorry.
I know.
Going.
I know. It's crazy. Two, that she has an IUD, so like it's fine. And then she goes, three, are you calling me a whore? Are you trying to protect yourself from STIs I might have? Literally, yes. Literally, yes. A lot of them don't have symptoms, first of all. Are you regularly getting checked, Hallie? And you just said, so she's basically like, you're slut shaming me. You're calling me a whore because you want to wear a condom with me. But she just said that she entered her hoe era.
Yeah. And I feel when I watched this clip, she was very focused on, you know, my IUD is stronger than Zeus. Being pregnant is not going to happen. It's like condoms aren't just there to prevent pregnancy. Condoms are there to protect you from diseases that could potentially, in the worst case scenario, kill you. So, like, what are you even talking about? Like, she's just like she's just glazing over the fact of like condoms being used to prevent STIs. She is so gross. And I feel like the only reason I even know who she is, besides being Alex Cooper's newest sidekick when Alex Earl didn't work out for Alex Cooper, is the fact that, like, didn't her and Wes Wilson engage in some hookup?
Allegedly anal.
Yeah.
Allegedly anal, which is fine. Like, I'm not like slut shaming anyone. Like, good for her for being, you know, open about sex and having multiple partners, but she's not being safe about it, which is worth shaming, because it's not just like, it's one thing if you want to be lax about your own health, but she is shaming men who are trying to protect themselves and be safe with their own health, which is bad. And like you said, like some STDs can like, God forbid, like, cause cancer,
Yeah.
cause infertility, cause
Yeah.
death. Like this is not something, and they don't even have symptoms every single
Right.
time. So it's like, I don't know, it's just mind boggling, so irresponsible, so dangerous, so pick me, honestly. And
Yeah.
she told an anecdote about the guy she was hooking up with a few weeks ago, and he was looking for a condom. And she goes, "Look at you looking for a condom and how it ruins the mood. And why do you need one?" And he said, "I'm practicing safe, responsible sex and boundaries." And she goes, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, first of all, if a guy is looking for a condom and saying that he's trying to practice responsible sex and boundaries, like that is a turn on. That should be a turn on. Like, what?
Right.
Oh my God. Like, she sounds like a guy. She sounds like a guy who's like trying to pressure you into having unprotected sex. Like, it's wrong on both ends. Like, men are known to do this, but even like a woman doing this to a man, like that's toxic and really dangerous also. And the fact that she's like proudly telling the story like it's funny and something to be proud about is so scary to me. She also said that if this incident gave her the ick and she has not talked to this man since, all because he wanted to wear a condom.
What does she think she's achieving by admitting all of this on her show? Are you trying to be funny? Is this a comedic thing? Are you rage baiting us? It has to be rage bait because I don't understand why she would even recount this regale us with this story. It's so stupid.
I feel like it has to be either rage bait or she's trying to be chosen. Like she is the ultimate cool, chill girl. She doesn't need condoms, you guys. She's just chill. Like she'll just like, like I don't know. It's so fucked. It's so dangerous. And like, what does this say also? Because this is Alex Cooper's new right-hand woman. At one point, it was Alex Earl. Like, Hallie Batchelder is the one that is now like the podcast that she touts most besides Call Her Daddy. Hallie Batchelder is at her side at every one of these Unwell events. What does this say about Alex Cooper and Unwell? Like that this is something that they promote and support. And meanwhile, we're supposed to like pretend that Alex Cooper and Unwell, that they're some like feminist icons. When literally the original Call Her Daddy was not far off from this rhetoric too, where it's like, you're just a hole. But we're supposed to pretend that Alex Cooper and Hallie Batchelder and the Unwell Network haven't set feminism back thousands of years at this point. Like, no, I will never clap for Alex Cooper. I'm sorry. Or obviously Hallie Batchelder, but that goes without saying.
Yeah. My theory about Alex Cooper kind of platforming Hallie as her sidekick right now is obviously she tried to do it with Alex Earl when she first rolled out Unwell Network. That clearly went bust. Alex Earl allegedly felt like she couldn't get the right opportunities being under that network. She felt like she was being stifled. She wasn't being compensated appropriately, allegedly. I don't know if this is in fact true, but I feel like Alex Cooper needs someone who's down to be her sidekick and not be the star. I feel like when it comes down to it, Alex Cooper is not threatened by Hallie Batchelder in the same way that she was threatened by Alex Earl. Whether or not you like Alex Earl, watch her videos, she is a full-fledged star. Like, she can't help it. She exudes star power. And I think with Hallie Batchelder, nothing about her persona like draws me in. Every time I see something of her, I'm left feeling a little bit like, ugh, that wasn't that pleasant to listen to. But okay, I guess if that's your thing, like whatever. She's right to make her own decisions. But when you're platforming really unhealthy, dangerous habits and making it out like it's some joke is irresponsible with the platform that you have. But when it comes down to it, Alex Cooper is completely not threatened by Hallie Batchelder. She knows Hallie Batchelder will never be the quote unquote star.
Yeah.
And she knows that Hallie Batchelder is just there to just play game. She's there to just be with her, take photos with her. And that's why she keeps her so close.
Yeah. And that's a really good point, actually, in terms of like the context. If you don't know who Hallie Batchelder is, she's known for just being like, this is her persona, as being messy and really open about sex and like getting drunk and being crazy and kind of just being this messy, crazy party girl. And young people are really drawn to that. Like she is not like we're too old for her. Um, but she has a lot of young, impressionable listeners, which is
Yes.
why this is so infuriating in particular. It's like she has so many young girls that think she's really cool. So it's like, what? I don't know. It's just, it's really, really, really infuriating. And it feels like we have made the wrong people famous.
I
And
hope it's
it,
not
yeah.
being I hope it's not cool these days as a young person to have unsafe, unprotected sex. Like, I hope if you're a young person listening, you know that this is not something that we should be doing.
Oh
This is
my
not how we
God.
were taught growing up at all.
What happened to like sex education? What happened to like are the kids still like going to sex ed and like health class? Like are we still learning these things? Because this seems like such a fucking no-brainer that I could not believe that this was like an actual point of view that someone mainstream has. Like I
Unfortunately, it
can't
is.
I can't believe
Yeah.
it.
It's disgusting. It's horrendous. It
Don't
goes
be
without
like her, you
saying.
guys. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting an STD that could ruin your life. Some STDs, thankfully, are treatable. A lot of them are not. So, like, don't fucking listen to her.
Yes, 100%. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is Cole Sprouse at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. First question to you. Did you watch the VS fashion show? Because I did not. And I think you and Olivia talked about this.
I
Maybe I'm
s-
overstepping. I
we
apologize.
did. We did talk about it and we talked about both watching like clips of it, but didn't know that it was actually going to air and didn't even know how to watch it. Like we were just confused by it. But I saw like the clips and the big moments and stuff like that. But I'm so glad you wrote this down about Cole Sprouse and Barbara Palvin. Wait, it's Dylan. It's Dylan Sprouse. Dylan.
Yes, Dylan Sprouse. So if you guys are unfamiliar, he's married to VS model Barbara Palvin, and he was accused by internet sleuths of being quite the performative husband. So if you guys are unaware, Dylan was handing out endometriosis pins at the VS fashion show, like on the carpet. And most people that are unfamiliar with Dylan or Barbara, they're like, "Oh, that's so cute. You know, he's so supportive of his wife's diagnosis." Which, sure, yes, but people were also feeling as if he was being a little bit performative and put on, like thou doth protest too much. And all of these people were coming out of the woodwork saying, listen, I know that Dylan is out here stepping out on Barbara. Are they perhaps in an open relationship? And I think, let's be real, most Hollywood relationships are likely open, but the partners are basically saying more likely than not. I'm assuming the woman is kind of telling the man, like, don't make me look like an idiot, but you can sleep around with whomever you want. Just don't tell me about it. So people think that may be happening between Dylan and Barbara, but I I would be remiss to not bring up the fact of how do I even know Barbara Palvin to begin with? And I know of her name because of the entire cheating scandal that happened like 2015 era when he was in his on again, off again relationship with Selena, Justin Bieber. And he posted a photo with Barbara and Selena retweeted it on Twitter with just a dot caption. Do you remember this, Sophie, the Selena, Barbara, and Justin
I
scandal?
actually I actually don't, but that's so on brand for Selena, first of all. Second of all, Barbara Palvin, I think, just for the record, is like one of the most beautiful women on the planet. Like, I just think that she is so stunning. I love that she has her natural like teeth. Like, I just think that she's so striking and so stunning. So yeah, I can't believe that, you know, Dylan Sprouse. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he is completely just being an idiot. Like, you have one of the most stunning, she seems cool. And this is what I read in the LA influencer Snark subreddit. So take this with a grain of salt. But Reddit user whines about it, said while filming the duel, Dylan went to a strip club and he and his co-stars invited the dancers back to their house. One of the girls posts about it on a TikTok along with a story time plus clips and photos, but she took everything down after the video had gained some popularity. There are so many stories like this one, even some about Barbara with older men as well. With that said, I think it's been speculated that they are in open relationship / marriage, but it would be bad for their brand and the image of their relationship to admit that. And it's such a small corner of the internet. Da, 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 da. Someone else said, every time I see a clip of Barbara and Dylan or a picture of them, I'm flashed back to 2021 when he was filming something in a town nearby, in a small Canadian town. He was actively going around to all the bars and nightclubs, openly making out and hooking up with girls while he was in a full-blown relationship with Barbara. a friend of a friend who hooked up with him one night asked about Barbara, and he said that they were in a relationship, but she wasn't there, so it didn't matter. Like, apparently he was out in 2021, just in Canada, on girls' Snapchats, grabbing girls by the waist, dancing inappropriately, like something that you would never want to see your man behaving like. And this makes me very sad for Barbara. And I'm feeling kind of triggered by this because it reminds me of what people were saying about Sean and Nina's breakup and how they were perhaps in an open relationship that Nina could no longer handle. But all that to say, fuck Shaun White and fuck Dylan Sprouse for stepping out on these gorgeous queens. If this
Wait,
is
so did we circle back though to the VS fashion show where everyone was like clamoring over the fact that he was handing out endometriosis pins because she is afflicted with endometriosis.
Yes.
So everyone was like, oh my God, find yourself a man like Barbara. Like,
Right.
find yourself a man like Dylan. Like, Barbara's so lucky, like, blah, blah, blah. When meanwhile, we all know that he has not been the greatest guy to her in the past.
Yeah, it just feels like when you're out there doing so much, like handing out endometriosis pins, it just feels like you're trying to prove another agenda. Like, you don't need to necessarily, I get like the sentiment. It is very sweet if he were faithful, but if he's out here stepping out on her left, right, and center when he's out on location filming, it just feels very put on and very
Yeah, it's like performative. I definitely feel like it's performative. And also, yeah, I feel like just their golden couple reputation. Like, when they got engaged, I remember it was like a Tiffany and Co. sponsored post. Like, they make a lot of money and get a lot of brand deals from being like kind of a power couple. Even though, again, I think that Barbara is so out of his league, and I will never think that Dylan or Cole Sprouse are attractive. I'm sorry. That's just me.
I can't say I disagree with you. Something about them when they were on Big Daddy, that was one of my, that's what it's called, right? Big Daddy with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I'm get confused between Daddy's Home and Big Daddy, but that's one of the funniest freaking films of the 90s slash whatever, early 2000s. And Dylan and Cole were so freaking sweet and cute. And I think I would have expected them to grow up to be more handsome than they are. That's so mean. I don't mean that mean, but like, you know what I mean. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fair. And they also, like, to me, they're kind of those child actors that like grow up, but you still look at them and you're like, this is a child. Like, for some reason, they just look so young to me still. Like, I remember Cole Sprouse and Call Her Daddy, where he was like smoking the cigarettes inside. And I'm like, he cannot grow facial hair. I just know he can't.
To me, they're always like 16 or 17 years old.
Yeah, perpetually 16.
Yes, I completely agree. They have this very youthful look to them, which good for them. I mean, I would like to remain youthful for the rest of my life, but like, yeah, they'll never be past that age to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing I want to talk about is Shannon Ford. And if you guys are familiar with, like, I used to be a Shannon Ford historian. Over the last couple of years, I kind of fell off. It just felt kind of sad to me, but I do love trolling lames from time to time. But Shannon Ford has been afflicted with perpetual styes. And I find, if my timeline serves me correctly, it's been around the time since she got her upper blepharoplasty. And I feel like this surgery has gotten a lot of, like, I don't know, a lot of celebrities have gotten them. The person that comes to mind most notably recently is Mandy Moore. When people are ripping her apart, saying that the upper left doesn't look correct. It looks like she's, her hooded eyelids were so beautiful. Emily from RHOC is another person that I can think of who most notably
Jennifer Lawrence got one.
Jennifer Lawrence too.
Yeah, she got one a while ago though. Emma Stone, people are saying got one recently. I mean, we were just talking about Bradley Cooper. I feel like every celebrity is getting them. And I know we talked about this last week on DET, but like, I'm sorry, hooded eyes are beautiful.
Yeah. And I recall when Shannon was teasing that she was about to go in for her surgery, she's like, it's over for you bitches. I'm going to look so good. And I was at a bachelorette party a couple of weekends ago, and a girlfriend of mine her and I were both equally trolling Lames and Shannon all the time. She goes, well, that after she got the surgery, you have guidelines. I had the same thing when I went through LASIK. Like, you can't drink for a couple of days, stay out of the sun, all the normal things after an operation. Apparently, she was like very non-compliant with the guidelines that the doctors were giving her after her upper left. Don't go in the sun, don't drink. But she was doing all these things. And so everyone keeps saying, why is it that after this surgery, she's afflicted with so many styes, stye after stye? It feels almost like a monthly basis. And you can get styes for a multitude of reasons, unsanitary like makeup, unclean brushes, but it's like not the flex that she necessarily thinks it is. And it actually reveals that she's quite unsanitary and gross to me. Like, I don't know. It just, for someone who is afflicted with such a health concern all the time, why is it becoming like a funny quirk? That's not something to be proud of. It just is unsanitary and something you maybe need to revisit with a doctor.
Yeah, I just don't understand why you would spend so much money on a cosmetic procedure and then not care about the aftercare. Like, you're wasting the money then. Like, it's not going to go, like, the aftercare is probably just as important as the procedure itself.
Yes.
So if you're not going to follow the aftercare, then like, what are you even doing? What's the point? It's just like
Exactly.
so bizarre. So
Right.
what even is like a stye? Like, I know like what a stye is, but like what causes them? What?
I think it's like you can use an old eyeliner that's expired or has like bacteria on it, or unclean makeup brushes. Like it gets into your eye and it's almost like
Bacteria.
bacteria that builds up. Like
Yeah.
think of like a wound or a pus.
Ugh.
Like it's not that it's pussy
Ugh.
necessarily, but it's very uncomfortable. I've had like a stye or two in my lifetime. They're very uncomfortable, and you're supposed to apply hot compresses to reduce the swelling, et cetera, et cetera. She just always posts about it. I feel like every time I visit her Reddit Snark page, it's maybe on a monthly basis at this point, it's always like the stye gate. I'm like, another stye.
Stygate.
It's just gross. Maybe it's so much emotional turmoil from being married to lames, and her immune system is being compromised. I don't know.
Honestly, yeah, that's like a real thing. I feel like if
Yeah.
you're like in a bad relationship, your body starts to just like shut down. Also, I think this is maybe hopefully the first time we've ever used the word pussy on the pod. So let us know if I'm wrong though.
Not pussy,
Not
but
pussy.
pus.
Like literally pus. So we'll work on never having to use that word again. But
Sorry, that's a
no,
trigger.
don't
That's a
apologize. You
huge trigger
needed
warning.
to.
Yeah, and I apologize if you can hear Hank snoring. I forgot that he snores very loudly. It's been a while since I've babysat him, so I apologize in advance. 40 minutes into the show, but here we are.
I love him, but no, I can't hear it personally.
Okay, good. Okay, so should we move into our DEOs? Kick us off, Soph.
Yeah. So I just hate, like, I hate having to take a train in an airport. It just always pisses me off. Like, why am I fucking waiting for a train at an airport? Why?
Okay, anything other than my 2 feet walking down the damn tarmac or not. I don't even want to. I hate when I'm on an international flight. We're deplaning. Then there's a freaking bus outside the.
Yeah. Oh my God. Stop. Don't even get me started. Not the bus.
It's so triggering.
Deplaning and then having to get onto a bus, and then the bus leaves, and then you have to wait for another bus just to like get off the plane and like go into the airport terminal. It's so annoying. I like hate when there are just so many terminals, and it's like, so you're in terminal A right now. You got to get to F. The only way you can do that is with this train. I'm like, fuck. Like, it just like annoys me.
I know.
It's not like sometimes they are obviously really efficient for some of these huge airports, but it's like, maybe don't make airports that huge that like you need a train to get around.
It's like after a long plane ride, the last thing I want to do is get on a bus or a little metro, a little monorail to take me from terminal A to terminal F. Please.
Oh my God, please. And then my other dark energy object of the week is when moms, I'm not going to say boy moms because I feel like that's turned into like a derogatory term, and I don't mean it in a derogatory way, but when moms of sons that have sons call their sons my little boyfriend, I have seen this happen way too often recently. That's not your boyfriend. That's your child.
That's so gross.
Isn't that like weirds me out? It really freaks me out. And so many people have been saying it lately. And I'm like, why can we not normalize that? That's not your boyfriend.
It's bizarre is what it is. Very Freudian.
would a dad post his daughter and be like, my little girlfriend? We'd be like, that's weird.
It
Like, it's weird, you guys.
Yes, it's giving a little bit of like a Freudian complex a bit. I think it's very
Oedipus. Wait,
yeah.
Oedipus is
Yes,
that what it's called? Oedipus?
Oedipal complex. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Oh, please don't even get me started. So that's just a little, I just want to make sure we do not normalize that. I don't know
Thank you
why.
for calling attention.
Yeah, you're welcome. So like, I know that we're talking about Hallie Batchelder was like the condom epidemic. This is the real epidemic.
Yes, it's creepy. We deal with enough creepy things on a day-to-day basis as a woman, okay? The last thing I want to hear is you calling your son your little boyfriend, okay? Enough.
Yeah, enough.
We're tired. Okay, my dark energy object is I had come home from a trip a couple weeks ago and I kept hearing this beep every 60 seconds. And like when I'm in a home, I don't know if it's the smoke alarm, is it the carbon monoxide, is it my ADT? Like I'm frantically running around and it only comes every 60 seconds. So I'm like going from room to room. I'm like, where is it coming from? And it's loud enough where it's unclear which room it's coming from. Come to find out, it's my carbon monoxide little detector that's plugged in.
Oh God.
So I unplug it, right? And I just can tell it says if it beeps every 60 seconds, it means it's low battery. Then I go into my little linen closet where I keep all my batteries. It needs AAA batteries. I don't have AAA batteries. It's 10 p.m. on a fucking Wednesday. Okay. So I'm like, I unplug it from the wall thinking it's going to stop because I was like, I know it's not carbon monoxide. It keeps beeping. And I was like, it's 10 p.m. If I don't get the AAA batteries, I will hear this all night.
Yeah.
So I was already, skincare was on, pajamas were on. I had to get my ass to the frickin' Ralph's, like a quarter of a mile away to get batteries, to get that frickin' beeping sound off. It was so annoying, Sophie.
Wait, could you not have like DoorDashed or like Uber Eats from like a CVS or something?
I absolutely could, but then that would be like $25. I'm like, I don't need to like, $25. I'm like, I'll just get it. But yes, that could have been an option.
Yeah. But you're like, oh my God, that's not fucking worth it.
Yeah.
When I could just like but it's just like, I don't want to get in my car and go, but like I have to.
And if I had to wait for the Uber Eats guy, I would have heard a beep every 60 seconds until he arrived.
Oh my God, torture. Stop. Well, at least you got it figured out because having a carbon monoxide detector is really important. And we know that as, morbid true crime girlies that it's very important. So I'm glad you got it sorted out and that you still have it. You didn't get rid of it.
Yes. And I knew now, I was like, always pack batteries in your home every kind. Yeah. AAA, AA, and maybe even the big Duracell, like fat batteries. Yeah. Just in case your monoxide, alarm goes off. Okay. Speaking of things that lift me up, light energy objects. I talked about this on my Instagram story, but my makeup artist that did our podcast cover art, she used this like Asian founded foundation on me. And I was asking her what it was like a couple of weeks after. She told me. I reached out to the brand. They sent me like a bunch of stuff. It's an Asian founded, Asian owned brand. They don't sell it at Sephora. It's called Orsay Cosmetics. You don't need to be Asian, of course, to wear it. Like it's foundation for everybody, but it's cool that it's Asian founded. And they're very skincare based. So it felt like the color on me, I use color 550. And it's very lightweight, very serum-y. And I feel like Asian people just always keep skincare in mind, top of mind. So I just really love the foundation. They also gave me this like lippy, like kind of a darker brown lippy, and then like a more pink shade. So I just really like them. Like they didn't pay me; they just sent me like a couple things, and yeah, they sell it in Neiman Marcus if you're interested, or direct to consumer. ORCE Cosmetics. Yeah.
Love that. I love like a good recommendation. I feel like we need to start being better about that, recommending like just everyday girly pop things that we love.
Yeah. My favorite foundation always goes between like Dior or House Labs, and this is like very similar, just like light, sheer, buildable, and it just doesn't feel heavy. You know how some heavy like foundations can feel really heavy on your face. Yeah. This one just feels like I'm putting some moisturizer on my face. So
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Olivia and I were also just talking about the House Labs concealer last week.
So good.
And I finally found like a concealer. Like I have been on a journey where I'm just like, this concealer is fine. It's like, it's gets the job done, but like not my fave. I have never found a concealer that I love. And I love the House Labs concealer.
It's really good.
It's so good. It just like blends right in. It's not obvious that I'm wearing concealer. It's just like it's so perfect. I love it.
Yeah, and I like the applicator too. Like, it's not I don't know, everything about Hot Fabs
Yeah.
is, like, really, really good.
Yeah. Lady Gaga did good. Um,
The second thing I wanted to talk about is I Know What You Did Last Summer, the revival with Madeline Klein, Chase
yep.
Suey Wonders, and the OGs, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Frankie Prince Jr. And actually, Sarah Michelle Gellar also makes a cameo
Yep.
briefly in the film. But growing up, I was obsessed with that entire series. I was obsessed with the Scream series. I was obsessed with I Know What You Did Last Summer series. And I felt like this was the perfect mix of like nostalgia, like they would use certain lines from the original in this new revival movie. I love the cameos from the OG cast members. I loved how campy it was. You know, my girl Madeline Klein, I love her.
Love
Kate
her.
Sui Wonders did a great job too. She was kind of like the Jennifer Love Hewitt of
Mhm.
the revival, and then Madeline Klein was the Helen Shiver, Sarah Michelle Gellar. But it was really good. And I found out Chase Sui Wonders, she's a Harvard alum and she was a part of the
Oh.
Lampoon, which is like the comedy like
Oh, I didn't know that.
and so my cousin also went to Harvard and was part of the Lampoon and I texted her and shout out to Sierra and I was like, Sierra, do you know Chase Sui Wonders? She's like, yeah. Like, you have
Wow.
so much lore. And she's like, she was so cool. She's like, she was 2 years younger than me, but she was so effortlessly cool and like beautiful. And she was like, she almost had me intimidated because she was so cool. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. But she also dated Pete Davidson, which is how
Yeah.
I found out about Chase
Yeah.
initially.
She was also in, did you ever see Bodies, Bodies, Bodies? Because if you haven't, you would love it.
Is it on Max? HBO
I
Max?
don't know what it's streaming on, but it's really good. And she's in that. And so is Pete Davidson. I think that's how they met. Bodies,
They did.
Bodies,
Yes, they
Bodies.
did. And on Bupkis as well, his show on Peacock. They were co-starring on both Bodies, and Bupkis.
You would really like it. But yeah,
Okay.
I really enjoyed this. It's like it was silly and campy, and there were a lot of moments where it's like, fucking killer is after you. Why are you going to a steam room, you
I
idiot?
know.
Like there were so many
I
moments where
know.
Henry and I were like actually cracking up.
No,
I
it
will
was so
say
dumb.
what's so interesting also is that and spoiler alert, fast forward if you don't want spoilers for the I Know What You Did Last Summer new movie. Spoiler alert, fast forward. So Sarah Pigeon, who plays, I think her name's like Stevie or something.
Stevie.
So Sarah Pigeon, fun fact, is Carolyn Bessette Kennedy in the new Ryan Murphy, JFK Jr., Carolyn Bessette Kennedy show that everyone was making fun of the looks and how much she did not look like Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, either physically or style wise. The hair was off, the outfits were off, everything was off. This role did not give me hope for her acting in that show.
I had no idea who she was, but it was bad. It
It
was
was
really
so
bad.
bad. It
And
was so bad.
honestly, it was so and do you know whose was even worse? Freddie Prinze
Who's
Jr.
Oh, I didn't notice his as being that bad, but
Oh
honestly,
my
yeah,
God.
now that you mention it. But because she basically, again, spoiler alert, when she is revealed to be the killer, one of
Right.
them at least, one of them, she does the whole, yeah, I was in love with him. I was in love with him and you killed him. Yeah. And she does the whole like crazy, like the crazy, like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that is so cliche, first of all. Like, it was so cliche. You could barely understand what she was saying. She was like mumbling and talking really fast. The delivery was like everything about it was like the worst acting I maybe ever seen.
It
So
was
now
bad.
I do not have any hope for her portrayal of one of the most iconic style icons alive. Carolyn Bessette, not alive, unfortunately. Sorry, I misspoke. In history, Carolyn Bessette
Yeah.
Kennedy. Like, this is something I would have been very, very, very interested in watching. And now I'm like,
Goes out the window. I'm sorry.
yeah, like the acting. So not just like the outfits that leaked where everyone was like, this is so bad. This is not anywhere near what she would wear, but also the acting is going to be bad. I just know it will be.
Yeah. No, I Completely agree. It was really cringe. And I remember Freddie Prinze Jr. in the OG series, him being so awful as well. And I'm like, oh my God, he's so rusty because it's been a hot minute since he's been in anything.
Yeah.
I was cringing the entire time at his acting. I'm like, this can't be real. Get him off the screen. It was so uncomfortable. But we've heard
Oh my
that
God.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is such a queen. Like we've heard that she's a very nice,
Oh yeah,
normal.
sweetheart. Sweetheart. From everything I've ever heard about Sarah Michelle Gellar is that she's such a freaking sweetheart IRL. And I thought her cameo was amazing. But just the Sarah Pigeon. I was in rehab with him and we filmed and I had to get revenge. I wanted to stay there that night. You guys made me leave. We could have him.
Sophie, you're
I'm sorry. Like it was so
no, it's funny because like
hilarious.
your mic was cutting in and out when you were going the high pitch, but your faces were still being so like animated. It was so funny. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
My mic can't handle it. No,
Yeah,
literally.
it's like, please.
Please.
Jordan's like gonna kill us. She's
I
like,
know. I'm
"Oh,
so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so my light energy object, a lot with I Know What You Did Last Summer reveal, which I also watched this weekend and really enjoyed, besides, the aforementioned bad acting. I love candy corn. Like it is so good year after year. I feel like it's very polarizing. Like a lot of people hate it, but we did, and this is another cute little Henryism. I'm sorry. Like I feel like I keep talking about Henry. Well, it's our anniversary, so I'm allowed to like just be lovey-dovey about Henry. Henry was like, let's put out like a Halloween candy bowl this year.
I've never done that, even though I live in like a neighborhood.
Oh, it's so dangerous. No. Like it's not outside. Like it's literally just for us to have. And I'm like, this is so dangerous for me because I'm like nonstop eating it.
Oh yeah.
But like we have candy corn and like M&Ms and like pumpkin spice, like little Hershey nuggets. But I'll just do like a couple bites of candy corn, like mixed with M&Ms. That combination, you guys, trust me, so fucking good.
God, that sounds really good. I love candy corn too, but I know they're a very divisive hot
Yeah.
topic in the candy world. Like you love or you hate.
Yeah.
But over here at Snark Bait Pod, we stand with candy corn. We hear you. We see you.
Yeah.
We stand with you. We eat you.
We're team candy corn over here for sure.
So let us know, you guys, whether you like candy corn or not, and what you think about everything we talked about. Shannon's upper blef, Barbara and Dylan. What else did we cover?
Hallie Batchelder, Danielle Bernstein.
Bernstein. Yeah, all of it. So thank you to Jordan, Rachel, Olivia, Kartik. Follow us at Snark Bait Pod on Instagram. I'm at Christy Noel __. Sophie is at Soph_Ross. We're over on TikTok, Snark Bait Pod over there as well. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for another Patreon episode bonus. It's very spooky in time for spooky season. Sophie walked us through a very disturbing case that I seriously use discretion. It's very disturbing.
Yeah, please listen with discretion, you guys. It's not for the faint of heart. And I don't say that lightly. So it's just a very disturbing. We're back with another true crime hour because it's been a while since we've done that over on Patreon. If you're interested, go subscribe.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow on Patreon or on Thursday for the main. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.